So we finally decided on one of Airbnb and RV. I'll tell you that right after this.
Okay, RV versus Airbnb, the saga ends today.
Well, when I was trying to decide which one I would rather have, RV life or Airbnb life, it was kind of hard because I liked both.
We're gonna be spending with our family the next year and a half of our life, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depending how it goes, but traveling all around Europe and the vicinity.
So the pros and cons about the Airbnb is that the pro is that we get to have our own space, and the con is that me and Avalon might be always sharing a bed.
What I thought about was day-to-day life and how it would actually be, and like how school would fit in and stuff like that, and fun. But I mostly thought about fun.
So the things I was really weighing on this Airbnb versus RV thing were community, and if we were able to be able to form it.
And we really just need to make this next year something special.
And kind of a new adventure, something different and exciting.
So the pros and cons about the RV is, the pros are me and Avalon get to sleep in a separate bed. We get to have like, we get to move around with our house, and
I know which one I've chosen, which one I like the best, and which one I think it'll fit my needs and my family's needs the most.
Now we've been traveling slow, we want to make it faster. Airbnb makes it faster. We change every month, but RV makes it just that much faster. But the trick is going to be whether we're going to be cramped or whether we're not. We know what we want.
But anyway, in the end, I did come to my decision, and I am casting my vote for
action.
All right, guys, we have a decision between Airbnb versus RV. But first,
let's give a quick thank you to all of you viewers who commented and
liked and subscribed.
And gave us suggestions, right? And told us we were crazy, because we love it when people tell us we're crazy.
Yeah, so for the last couple of videos, we've been showing you our life either in an Airbnb where we went to content, we had a great time.
We did.
Or an RV where we visited friends and it was really fun.
And got to play on a farm and spend the night, right?
And we got to sleep in an RV, which was a challenge.
Yeah.
That was I think that almost sent us over one way or the other, didn't it?
True.
All right, so thank you guys. Thank you so much for helping us out and giving us the good, the bad, and ugly, and making us think of things we hadn't thought of, and other options like the hybrid option. All right, are you ready? Abs, you ready?
First, we need to let the viewer cast their vote.
Okay.
Which one do you think we're going to choose? Say it out loud right now.
Did they say it?
I hope they did, because now we're going to
Okay.
type. 1,
3,
3, 2,
2,
1.
Did you guess it?
Right?
Well, we've done enough investigations and we've realized that the kids and the adults, we all want the same thing this time.
Yeah, we do.
We
Yeah,
don't even have any dispute at all.
We didn't. I think everyone was, we were all just RV, right?
We were floored at how much we enjoyed our stay in the RV, and we know that we're going to see so much and just become tighter as a family.
Yes.
With the RV.
All right, so why don't we start off by letting the kids tell what they're either most excited about with the RV or why they like that better than Airbnb. You want to go first? Go ahead.
So I'm excited for the RV because I can't always have like us in like a super tiny space, but with all the nature outside. So like when we go to bed at night, we'll like put on the heater for a little while, be nice and cozy, warm.
And we'll hear caw, caw, or
but also it's like, good night, Avalon, good night, Mom. We're like, good night, Largo. 5 feet away.
But all the sounds that go
Throw me a
spook in the
kiss.
night, those are going to be really weird.
Do you have any other reasons?
I feel like more safe in a space that's smaller because has less hiding spaces.
Because Daddy's so big and strong.
I am.
No, I'm pretty sure that Dad would break his neck if he fell.
I have
down
a pocket
that,
knife.
That
I can
What
protect us.
superhero did you see? He said he was like Clark Kent yesterday in a video we did. Yeah. Superman. All right, anything else? Any other things like you're excited about the RV or?
I'm excited for... Okay, spoiler alert, we already bought the RV.
Yes.
We did.
We did.
But,
we'll add that to count. But
Money just transferred yesterday.
yes. Okay,
so,
go ahead.
my favorite thing about this RV here is that in the back, it's the one that we guys showed you. In the back, there's like a table that turns into a bed. I can't wait to have like my own table for world schooling and like just hanging out. But what's even better is that when the table goes down, it makes a big bed. And Largo and I are planning on like cutting it in half and each getting half with a curtain.
And tell them about the button you push, it turns into the swimming pool.
Okay. All right,
Largo, what are your reasons?
So my reason to choose the RV was that it has. I'm gonna love almost every night.
Yeah.
To set up a fire and like start it burning.
Yeah.
And
Hi, Romaniac, Largo.
Because you're gonna make us s'mores or dinner, or because you want to burn down something?
but
Okay.
more because burning down something.
Well, wild camping at a parking lot is going to be a little tough for that, Largo.
Yeah. If we're in LeClaire, that might be like Walmart.
Well,
How about else? Anything else that you're excited about?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Being in a small space and being together.
Together?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Largo, come here.
Okay, you have something else?
I have something else to say. I'm also really excited about like being on the road and almost just like being on the road and like sleeping for some reason. I just want to wake up and we're already moving.
Wake up and we're someplace?
Yes.
And Daddy and Mommy are like this?
I'm
we're so
sleeping
tired.
in. I don't know what you're talking about, unless you're going to drive.
I wish.
All right, so let's talk a minute about the kind of the main factors that kind of swayed us in the way of the RV. And I'll start off with pretty much, I think the number one thing for all of us was the adventure.
Definitely.
We've done this Airbnb and stayed longer in places for 3 years now, and everyone wants to just do something different and try something new and move faster. So that was
Right.
one of the big motivators.
And then the next factor is, myself being a trustworthy accountant, is cost. It is definitely more affordable if you buy the right RV,
Which we have.
which we believe that we have to have a more economical experience in an RV while getting the same culturally rich experience by seeing different places. So,
Because remember, at the end, we can sell the RV.
right. So, we're going to have to invest a little bit of money into it, and we're going to have a little fun decorating it. And,
Oh, definitely.
We are.
And
We're going to make
wait for
videos
that.
of all of that.
Oh, please. I have a checklist.
Which leads...
this long of decorations that I'm going to put in my
Do you
RV
too?
space. And it's tiny print.
I have
no double
that
spaces.
long?
It's
How long is your tech
big,
wish
big.
list, Will? I don't have a wish
I'll let
list.
them do their own thing.
I'd like to put in a bathtub. Okay, one of the other factors obviously the adventure, but also because the kids really wanted to do it.
Yep.
Will said cost. Also, community. We kind of all feel that we're going to be able to develop community in an RV community with other RVers as opposed to a month in an Airbnb at a time. We feel like we're not going to be able to get as deep of an experience as we are with an RV community.
Right, we're really excited to meet up with other travelers and share stories and understand what drives them, motivates them as they travel the world. And it'll give us just an idea to relate on a different type of level.
And the final thing was that we think that we're going to have a stronger bond as a family because we're going to need to learn to work in a really small space, which
Really
means
small.
team swearo, teamwork,
Team
all that kind of
Avalon.
stuff. Will and I have a little bit more to say, but on that note, we're going to let the kids go off because they're going to be late for school.
Bye.
Ellen,
I'm
bye.
already late.
I love you. Have fun.
All right, kids are gone.
All right, let's get down to business.
All right, so these are the things that we have to consider from this point forward. And we just transferred cash yesterday for this RV, and
Yeah.
we know that there's going to be a lot of work to be done. We have to...
I mean, there's not a ton of work, but there's work,
little
things
bit
that
of
we want to do.
customizations for
We
us.
want to tech it out for our business and for world schooling. We want to brand it on the outside for WorldTowning. What else do we want to do? We want to paint it.
Right, we need to get like a Wi-Fi booster to when we're actually camping next to a place like a McDonald's that has
Right.
Wi-Fi. We can sort of hop on their Wi-Fi. And we don't know yet. I mean, we've seen it and we like it and we know that it's fully outfitted, but we don't know what more we want to do, and
Right.
it all depends on budget.
Yeah, budget to make changes because, we bought the RV is not huge, but there's some things that we definitely need to make. And, if you've been following our Insta stories over the last couple of weeks, you can kind of see that we had a lot of research to do. Airbnb, if we'd gone that route, would have been, okay, this is what we're doing, we're done. Now, with the RV, we had to research. We had to get French driver's license anyway because we'll be here over a year, and in Airbnb we'd want to rent cars as well. However, we had to research that. We had to research insurance. We had to research registration. We had to research if we were actually legally allowed to do any of this.
Right, and so we've pretty much finished with all that. It's not as complicated as it sounds.
It's not actually.
But
it's
there is a lot to
time-consuming.
consider. So we will do a video as time goes on what to consider when you want to purchase an RV as a foreigner.
Yeah, absolutely, because I think
it's
that'd be
something
really
that,
helpful.
yeah, I mean, you know, if you want to do it, it's not, you can't just get off the plane and say I want to buy it and do that. Although
now there are companies that do that for you, but they charge, you know, they charge a fee for that, and we just did it all on our own,
right,
with the help of some friends, and the person we were purchasing it from is very helpful as well. So, you know, there are a lot of you that said, what about this, what about that, and gave your kind of points and opinions and thoughts and experience on either side. And some of the things that you said about RVing are still concerns of ours.
Right, space is going to be an issue, without question. Running a business while homeschooling, while living a life is going to be a challenge.
It'll be a challenge, but we're up for it. Mechanical, yeah, that's going to be it. We're definitely concerned about that. Will and I are just not mechanically inclined, so we're going to be watching a lot of YouTube videos. So we feel confident that we're making the right decision. I'm not really nervous about the driving on the other side. I don't think it's going to be ideal, but the vehicle met all of our needs, and we hadn't seen any others that really met our needs, so we went with it.
So we're pretty excited. Anything else we have to talk about?
I don't think so. I mean, there's going to be more videos, you know, like Will said, about how we did the RV purchase and all logistics, and then there'll be videos about the remodeling we're doing and how we're teching it out to be able to run a business. But I think for now, we just wanted to, you know, we've been holding out on you for a couple days here, and I think we just really wanted to share it.
We're ready, and we're gonna now. I don't know what we're gonna call this thing. Maybe
yeah, if
a
you
good
have
idea. To, you know, if you want, can give us names. We're soliciting names.
Yes, we would love suggestions for names. Something really, you know, really funky. I think we've talked about among ourselves, since we're big cheese lovers, like Parmesan, or what was the other ones? The big cheese, or Gouda. But we're open to suggestions. I mean, really, and if you help us, you know, figure out the name and come up with the name, I'll send you one of these. How's that? I'll send you a WorldTowning
like the Rolling Munster?
The Rolling Munster.
I don't know.
But something fun. Like I said, we're going to brand it WorldTowning. Probably a couple orange strips and the logo on the outside. So if any of you are driving down the road and you see us, you can be like, hey, and we'll pull over and chat. I think that's about it for today, right?
And it really, if it's funny because with the right hand side, if it's a 2-lane highway or 4-lane highway, we could actually be next to each other because we're going to be on the other side of the road.
That's probably kind of dangerous, huh? I just want to say thank you again to everyone that gave their thoughts on this and helped us out. And I think everyone was so kind and so honest, and it really did help us and helped us think about things that we weren't really thinking about because we've never owned an RV or purchased one before. So
yeah,
thank you.
Now comes the fun part, which is the planning part. We still don't know where we're gonna go.
Let's see your map. Where should we go? I mean, we're going to start the end of the first week in July and start heading north in France. But
we have to come back to get our visa. It's a long story. We're going to go into it later.
It'll be in another video. But we're going to put the kids in charge. So if you want to have any pointers or you want to,
or if you have any suggestions on great places in Europe to go at a certain time of the year, remember we're going for a year plus. So if you have something for February you think is fantastic,
let us know.
Let us know.
If you're on a farm and you have all this farmland and you want to let us come camp there for a night or two, we would love it. Amazing. And we would love that. I mean, that's really why we're doing this, to connect with people and the cultures and all the experiences. So,
but it's exciting, and we're ready.
We're excited
for the adventure.
All right.
All right, guys.
Au revoir.
See you guys next time, and follow us along because it's going to be a fun ride.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be so cool. All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
When I was making this decision, I was thinking about... What? So we were thinking about both Airbnb and RV, but we settled on RV because there are little pros and cons on this.